In every culture on Earth, from the deserts of Egypt to the mountains of Tibet, people have looked for the source of creation. And though their stories differ, they all circle around the same idea, that something beyond our comprehension set everything into motion. In Christianity, God is described as eternal, the Alpha and the Omega, without beginning or end. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But if God was already there at the beginning, what existed before that beginning? To believers, the question doesn't apply. God simply is. He doesn't exist within time. He created time. In Hinduism, the universe is seen as a cycle: creation, preservation, and destruction, played endlessly by the divine forces Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Here, God is not a single being, but the rhythm of reality itself. Each cycle of creation is like a breath in the lungs of the infinite. There was no first creation, only eternal motion. In Buddhism, the question, who created God, dissolves entirely. There is no creator, only interdependent existence. Everything arises because of something else. Nothing stands alone. In this view, the universe doesn't need a beginning. It simply is, arising from endless causes and effects. Islam describes Allah as Al-Awwal wal-Akhir, the first and the last. Nothing comes before him, and nothing comes after him. In the Quran, creation begins not from matter, but from a divine command, be. And it is. A word, a vibration, that brings reality into existence. But beyond religion, science has its own language for the divine. When physicists look into the fabric of the cosmos, they see symmetry and beauty, equations that hold the universe together like invisible threads. The deeper they dig, the more it looks as if reality itself is written in code. Stephen Hawking once asked, "What is it that breathes fire into the equations and makes a universe for them to describe?" Mathematics can show us how things work, but not why they exist. The why remains the domain of mystery, of consciousness, of what many still call God. Quantum mechanics complicates everything further. At the subatomic level, particles don't exist until they're observed. Reality, it seems, requires awareness to become real. Does this mean consciousness came first? Before matter, before time, before space? If consciousness precedes everything, could that consciousness be what ancient mystics called God? Imagine an ocean. The surface rises into waves. Those waves are like universes, brief and beautiful. But beneath them lies the infinite ocean of awareness, eternal, unchanging. Each wave may think it's separate, but all are made of the same water. Now imagine that awareness dreaming, each dream giving birth to galaxies, stars, and lives. Could the universe itself be the dream of an infinite consciousness? Modern theories like the multiverse suggest that our universe may be one of countless others, each with its own laws of physics. But if infinite universes exist, does that mean there's an infinite source birthing them all? If so, maybe God isn't one being at all, but the infinite potential that manifests as everything. And yet, even the multiverse can't escape the question: who or what set that infinite system in motion? What wrote the laws that make universes possible? The deeper science looks, the more it finds patterns that hint at intelligence, not human intelligence, but something woven into existence itself. The constants of physics are so precise that even a tiny change would make life impossible. The odds of our universe existing exactly as it does are astronomically small. It's as if reality itself is fine-tuned, like an instrument played by an unseen hand. Some scientists argue this isn't design, but coincidence. Others say coincidence on such a scale is indistinguishable from purpose. Whether we call it God, the source, the field, or simply the unknown, something binds everything together. And if that something has always been, timeless, spaceless, and infinite, then maybe God was never created because creation itself is God in motion. Before we continue, take a second to like this video and subscribe, because the next chapter will take you deeper than ever before into the possibility that you are part of that same divine consciousness that created everything. Now, let's go deeper. Imagine the moment of the Big Bang, a point smaller than an atom, containing all energy, all space, all time. Then, suddenly, expansion. Not an explosion, but a rapid unfolding of reality itself. But here's the mystery. What caused that singularity to exist in the first place? What triggered it to expand? Some physicists, like Roger Penrose, suggest that our universe may have inherited information, memory, from a previous universe, like a cosmic reincarnation. If true, it means that creation itself may be an endless cycle, one universe giving birth to another, passing down the seed of existence. Could that seed be what we call God? Even if we accept the Big Bang, we still face the ultimate paradox. Science can describe how the universe began, but not why. And that why is where God still lives. Maybe the truth isn't about who created God, but what God actually is. Is God a being outside of reality? Or is God the reality itself, aware of its own existence? If so, then everything, every galaxy, every cell, every human being is part of that divine awareness exploring itself through experience. And if that's true, then asking who created God is like asking who created you, because you and God might not be separate at all. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this journey made you think differently, because in the next part, we'll explore the most radical idea of all. What if humanity is how the universe becomes aware of itself?